Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be reviewing the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder, and this is the Bare Skin Perfecting Makeup with SPF 18. I have this in Sun Beige 328 and Sand Beige 322. I picked these up at two different times. I should have just gotten something in the middle, but I had no idea what I had. The Sand Beige is actually a pretty good match for me when I'm a little paler. And the Sun Beige is a good match when I'm a little bit more tan. What I'll do is actually mix the two. I'll kind of dot this on my face in the center, and then the Sun Beige, which is a little darker, kind of where I would contour. These are okay. I'm not a huge fan. I am not very much against it. I'm pretty neutral with this. It's very liquidy. You can like hear it. Super liquidy. It does say that it transforms from a liquid to powder for the perfect bare skin finish. You're supposed to shake well, and then it says for best results, apply the makeup, just a few drops onto your fingers and then blend into your face. It specifically says not to use a sponge or a brush. I agree with that. I think the fingertip application is the best application. However, pouring it out, I'm just going to do this for you guys. It's so liquidy that it's very, very messy. Like, look how quickly, and then it just like runs all over the place. I am not a fan of that. Like, I am super not a fan of that. And if there was anything else wrong with this foundation, I would return it just for that reason. I hate that. The packaging itself looks nice. You know, it's this like sleek, thin glass bottle. However, you know, at the same time, the glass is not very, you know, what if it breaks? You're done. You know, it should definitely have some kind, instead of just this opening, it should have some kind of pump because it's so liquidy. Or at least be thinner where you could squeeze it out or something like that. I really don't like having to use my fingers with something so liquidy, but it works. You just have to make sure that you have like a wipey or something like that on hand. It's very easy to blend. What I'll do is actually, when I open it, you know, I shake it, open it, and then I'll just dot it all over my face. I do show the application at the end of this video, so you'll see how quickly it is to blend it, but it takes a little bit to apply because you're doing, you know, this 18 times. But I'll just dot it on, and then it blends in really nicely, and right away you do notice the finish, the feel of it. It's liquid, but it's a powder. It's smooth. You know, it blends nicely. I know I said that like 18 times, but it's true. So I do like that. And the finish is, it's not really matte, just looking in a mirror. It does have a little bit of like moisture to it, but it does leave like a semi-matte finish. And you do need to be careful. If you have oily skin, I think you would love this. If you have any type of dry skin, beware. This is not the one for you. This is also not a cheap foundation, so I wouldn't even really play around with it, excuse me. I have a tiny patch of dry skin just right here. I had like a breakout and I was using some acne treatment, and then I was out in the sun, and I think it just completely dried out that little area. And this foundation stuck to it like right away, and it's like still there. And I moisturized beforehand, let it sink in. I have a really good moisturizer. You know, I don't really have oily or dry skin. It's my skin's whatever. But the fact that I had this little tiny dry patch, I was actually kind of glad that I did, because now I got to see firsthand that this is not really good for dry skin. So definitely pass on it if you are on the more dry side, but if you're oily, you'd probably really like this. You would still want to use some kind of primer. I think this claims to, you know, help with your pores and things like that. If not, I'll annotate it up here and say that I'm lying. But you know, I didn't really see any miracle. It has a, you know, it is going for the bare skin look. So this is not full coverage. This isn't even medium coverage. I could say you could build it up to like a light medium coverage, but it's definitely light. Put on a layer, and if you have any imperfections, any blemishes, you could put, you know, dab on a second spot layer if you want to blend that in, but you're definitely still going to need a concealer You do want to be careful because you need to work quickly. It dries pretty quickly and you don't want your makeup to get cakey. So I'm just going to go into the quick little demo. I don't talk through it, so it's pretty quick, but those are my thoughts. I do like this because my skin isn't too dry or too oily and I don't need too much coverage. It works for me. If you have problem skin, if you're dry, if you have a lot of blemishes or breakouts or anything like that, for $10+ this might not be the best thing for you. You can definitely get something that's more moisturizing, that you can actually work with more versus buying this. So it's a pro for me. Depending on your skin, you may love it or you may not. I hope this helped. I know it's a lot of back and forth, but let me know down below if you guys have any questions or any suggestions or anything else you want me to try out and review for you. And stay tuned. I will show you the quick demo. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you liked it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Keek. All that information is down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed.